is not exactly a time of year that many of us think about sunscreen here in Nebraska, but doctors say you should be thinking about sunscreen no matter the time of year. I'm here with Angie Obermiller, Director of Clinical Services for Nebraska Cancer Specialists here in Central Nebraska. So thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Okay, so first, really the big picture here is skin cancer. That's what we're trying to prevent.
Yes. Skin cancer is the most common type of cancer, and as with many cancers, screening and prevention are key.
And okay, so somebody of my age and era, we're in our 30s, 40s, we don't really think about skin cancer or cancer so much at this point of our life, but we are also of the tanning bed era and things like that. So probably a good time to start thinking about it, even, in your younger years.
Yes. Skin cancer is primarily caused by excessive exposure to ultraviolet light. Primarily that does come from the sun, but artificial sources such as tanning beds is a cause for cancer. So we really encourage using sunscreen, being very wise of what to do when you're out in the sun.
This time of year as well, people should be using sunscreen, also, right?
Yes, sunscreen is really recommended all time of year. A lot of times people think, oh, it's cloudy out, I won't get any sun exposure, but the sun, as well as sand and water, is very reflective for the sun, so it really does increase the intensity on your skin.
So say we get some snow out there and that light will also reflect, so a lot of things that are going to expose like our faces and whatnot, right?
Yes, yep.
What about products that have skin sunscreen in them, such as like your makeup products?
Sure. Most of the makeup available today does not have a high enough SPF or sun protection factor needed to really provide good protection. You always want to look for sunscreen that has at least an SPF of 30. And it's broadband, so it covers both UVA and UV rays.
And then, say we have a really nice day coming up here. What about other kind of protection that we can wear outside of sunscreen?
Oh, yes. Anytime you're out during the peak hours of sun, you're generally between the hours of 10 and 4, that's when the sun's rays are they're the strongest. So always wear a hat, something that's wide brimmed to cover your face, sunglasses. I feel like sunglasses are probably one of the most overlooked items, and you can't just use cosmetic sunglasses. You have to use ones that really do protect for the UVA and UVB.
Protection. Yep, exactly. And then when it comes to looking at our skin, being aware of what's going on and any changes to it, I suppose, is that important as well?
Oh, yes. Most doctors recommend that you should do a self-check once a month. Our skin kind of changes over time, and the more familiar you are with your skin, the better off.
Yeah, I've definitely, not just aging, but, there are so many benefits for using sunscreen and for protecting yourself. So lots of great information there. If people would like more information, how can they get that? Where should they turn to?
I think the American Cancer Society is one of the best resources for all types of cancer, and they really have some good resources for how to appropriately screen and how to properly apply sunscreen. You would think that most people understand, oh, I have to put it on, but you'd be surprised. Most people don't use as much sunscreen as what they really should be.
Right, and the sprays, there's so many different kinds, and how close you need to be, how often, things like that. So lots of great information. Well, thank you so much, Angie.
Thank you.
All right, stick with us. Your forecast coming up next.